Hello, my beautiful Geminis, and welcome to a Brush With Magick Tarot. My name is Jessica, and I will be doing a general reading for the sign of Gemini. Now, just know that this is a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate with you, leave it behind for someone else. Also, that these messages are timeless, so regardless of when I post it, if it resonates with you during that time, it's meant for you. All right, so to get started, we're going to draw an oracle card just to kind of get a feeling of the overall theme for this reading for today before we dive into the actual tarot cards. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull an oracle card for you guys. Oh, I have one that just fell right out. Oh, actually two. I guess I'll read both. Release the need to figure out your life purpose. Every step you take will help your purpose find you. Release the need to figure out your life purpose. Every step you take will help your purpose find you. And then, everyone is emitting a vibrational signal. Shift your vibrations rather than words you are offering. Then you have true control of what you are attracting. Okay, I'll probably read that one again. That was quite a bit. So let me try one more time. Everyone is emitting a vibrational signal. Shift your vibration rather than words you are offering. When you have true control, then you have true control of what you are attracting. So we have two cards that are very much about releasing the need to know, on top of, instead of, it's not what you say, it's more of the vibrations that you're putting out. What is your mindset? All right, those are two really good ones. So let's see what, what message Spirit has for us. So I'm actually going to be using this deck called Darkwoods, I believe. Yeah, Darkwood Tarot. Beautiful illustrations, a little bit more of a vibe, a little bit more fantasy, vampire-y, gothy kind of vibe. So this is a fun deck to use. So I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to look at the overall energy, where you're kind of sitting right now, what's going on. What is Gemini's overall energy? Let's see. What are my Gemini's energy right now? Alright. Let's see if any more want to come out real quick. I've got one more that wanted to come out. Oh, two more that wanted to come out. Okay. So we have Three of Swords. That's what it looks like here. Very good. Three of Swords. We have Five of Wands. We have the Eight of Pentacles. The Devil. And last but not least, Ace of Wands. So you're looking into a new opportunity because we have the Ace of Wands here. And Ace of Wands is about that, the feeling of a new idea. And because it's wands, and it's interesting that there's fire here because the wands are definitely a fire element. So it's all about passion, creativity, things that light us up in the spark of something new. And this could be a new opportunity and something like some sort of a creative project or even a career choice. So there's something that you're seeking out there, and based on the oracle card that we have, it's like you're seeking something that brings you fulfillment and like has a purpose, right? Very much soul energy. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie from Pixar, but like he's always trying, like he knows his purpose is to play jazz, and he's like kind of always seeking that out and trying to find his quote unquote purpose. So we have this energy of seeking something, or you know what direction you're wanting to go, but it's not 100% clear. All you know is that you have this idea, you have this call that's like coming from your heart that wants to be heard. Now it seems that you know this call exists, but there's things that you know that you need to work on inwardly. because we have this Three of Swords, and it's in reverse. And anytime I have a reversal, it's something that's usually something we're trying to figure out within us. So it seems that there was lots of betrayal, there was hurt, there was, betrayal. And it just broke our hearts. And it's like you're trying to put that heart back together. It's like, and it doesn't feel like this is something that's, that is happening now. It feels like it's more of, it has happened, and it's been such a shift trying to work through what happened. And this could be a romantic betrayal, maybe some cheating. This could be family, because, family is very good at that kind of thing where they don't take care of our heart like they should. But it definitely feels like you trusted the person that you gave your heart to, and they did not take care of it the way that they should have. And they should have, very much like, almost like, now this could be romantic, but for some of you, I definitely feel like it's definitely a situation of parent-child, or grandparent and child, or, something like that, where it's like you were like your family and you're supposed to be the ones to protect me, and you didn't protect me kind of energy, for sure. And it's like these two. So we have the Five of Wands also in reverse. So this feeling of, it's almost as if the hurt is there and nothing is progressing. That there's like this internal battle within yourself, and it's just hurtful. Maybe this is self-talk. Maybe the side effect of our Three of Swords here has a lot of this back and forth inside your mind, where you kind of feel torn. Like you feel this call within you, but there's like something that it's like a fight within you to even get going. And I'm almost getting this feeling of like, it shouldn't be this hard. It shouldn't be this hard for me to want to pursue something. What's wrong? Like, what's wrong with me? What's going on with me? Why can't everyone else just seems to be able to just go out and chase their dreams and find success, and I just feel like one step forward, one step back. And especially with our Eight of Pentacles here and the Devil, it's like, with Eight of Pentacles, this is you wanting to master something, right? And it's like there's something that's holding you back. Now, the Devil card isn't necessarily like about the devil himself. It's more about the things in life that we put ourselves kind of like in these cages. It can be something as extreme as like a drug addiction, or alcoholism. It can be toxic relationships, right? These are the vices of the world where we kind of find ourselves putting ourselves in these cages. And it's kind of hard to break out of those, but it can also be as simple as, that eating a certain food isn't good for you, but you eat it anyway because you really enjoy it, but you do know like the next day you're not going to feel the greatest. You're going to be like kind of sluggish. So it's like those daily vices that we have to continuously overcome. And it's like there is this feeling, right? It's interesting that this girl's trying to reach for the money, but then there's like the devil, side by side. It kind of just feels like it's just always lurking there. It's like I take one step forward, and as soon as I try to go forward again, the devil's there again, right? And this could even be like your own self-sabotage, right? The devil's a very self-sabotaging kind of energy as well. So it definitely isn't, your current energy isn't a bad energy. So don't worry. Like, this isn't like bad energy at all. It's just, it definitely feels like you have this desire. You have this flame that you're pushing forward. And it's like you're trying to navigate to that point, right? But it's like, and you have the Eight of Pentacles here, which is great. You're moving forward, you're getting there, but it's almost as if like, yes, you're in this place of trying to master what this passion is, master what this this inspiration, this creative light up. This could be a new art project, this could be writing a new book, this could be going for your dreams, right? Like this, when it comes to like creativity and passion, I definitely see that Ace of Wands as you're ready to pursue your dreams. And it's like, you have to, like, you're trying to pursue that, but as you're pursuing it, all this other kind of energy is is popping up, right? And it's like you're trying to manage all of this while also pushing through your passions, right? And it's like this, it's almost as like you started going for this and then you realized, oh, I have all of this I need to overcome as well if I want to get to my dream, right? And that's not a bad energy. That's a very self-reflective energy. That's a very healing energy. And you're like, oh, actually, there's a lot of healing that needs to happen before I can move forward. Or as I'm moving forward, it's bringing up these things that I didn't realize were a problem. This could be like, even, like I said, like that self-sabotage, right? Like, how do you talk to yourself? Are you kind to yourself? When something doesn't go your way, do you automatically put blame on yourself? Do you not take accountability the way you need to? Are you so kind to everyone around you, but you're the hardest on yourself? Do you run harder for the people around you, but you don't even run hard for yourself, right? Do you push for your space as much as you push for everyone else's, right? Like, you know, it's like when people who have this entrepreneurial spirit, but they put all their energy into someone else's business rather than starting their own. Like, is that kind of energy you have? And is there a lot of that pain and a lot of the side effect of these wounds? Are those still there? You know, when we talk down to ourselves, is that your voice, or is that the voice that was given when somebody stabbed you in the heart, right? And it's like all of this stuff is kind of like, what are your, you know, what are those vices? What is that self-sabotage? Why can't you get motivated? Oh, I can't get motivated because I'm lazy. Is that really laziness, or is that someone telling you you're lazy? And in fact, you just can't get motivated because you're in a constant burnout state, because you're a people pleaser and you're putting all your energy on everyone else and you never turn it back towards yourself. Right? Is it this? And so it feels like you're kind of waking up to that and you're kind of spotting it. You're like, oh yeah. Is that why I do that? Oh yeah. You know, it's like, oh, I don't understand why I have such a bad relationship with money. It's not like I care about money. You know, I could take it or leave it. I'm not motivated by money. I don't understand why I don't really have a bad relationship with money, but I don't have a good relationship because it doesn't really matter. Oh, we'll come to find out, that thing back when I was a kid actually really did affect me, and it made me think that maybe I wasn't worthy to earn money. Like, things like that, right? Those little breadcrumbs that kind of all come together and make us realize what's actually blocking us from getting to this point. And it's as if you're having a mastery of not just what your dream is, but this mastery of the energy that you're realizing is coming up as you're trying to pursue your dreams, right? Because if you recognize this and you work on this, then that is going to lay such a strong foundation for yourself as you move forward, because you're able to overcome what people have put on you. That's their energy. That's not your energy. And it's like you're finally recognizing that, and you're picking through all that, and you're trying to pull out these swords so that the wounds can actually heal fully and completely. The scars will still be there, but you will heal. And it definitely feels, because we have 2 in reverse, it definitely feels like you're doing a lot of shadow work right now, or you've been thinking about it, or you've been hearing about shadow work a lot, and it's like, oh, I've been hearing about that a lot. Maybe I should look into it. If this is one of those moments where oh my gosh, there's another thing about shadow work. There's another thing about, doing the work of my inner child. Maybe that's something I should do. I highly recommend it. Absolutely. Because a lot of times we just get so gunked up with everyone else's stuff, all their baggage, all their energies, all their problems, that we forget. It just kind of gets buried. Our own voice, our own soul, our own entity gets kind of buried underneath all that, especially if you're a people pleaser or a recovering people pleaser. There's a lot of things you kind of have to sift through, because if you are so worried about pleasing everybody else, at the end of the day, you just kind of end up doing it for everyone else and not for yourself, right? And then in that way, you have never given yourself a chance to discover who you are, what you like, what you don't like, what your actual dreams are. Are the dreams you're going after, are those really your dreams? Or are they the dreams of the people around you because you were put in this place of survival, right? Because the devil isn't here in a sense of, oh, this is a bad omen. It's like this devil energy is here because it's like, let me give you these coping mechanisms to keep you safe, even though those coping mechanisms probably aren't the healthiest. but in the time that it was needed, it probably was the thing that kept you safe, right? So now it's like, okay, I'm safe now, or I'm putting myself in a safer place. So now I need to, make peace with this devil energy. Like, hey, buddy, like, thanks for helping, but, I got it from here, right? And having that full understanding, and not necessarily sitting here and looking at this and rejecting it, but accepting it for what it is and saying, hey, buddy, go on, calm down. You can rest now. I don't need you right now, right? And make peace with that, make friends with that, because all of us have that within us, and you don't need to feel bad about that, right? As long as you're not hurting people, right? Because obviously if there are issues that are in turn hurting people, hurting yourself, then, go get help, seek out professional help, and definitely work on that. But a lot of times, that devil energy is just there as a protector, right? That fear, anxiety, all those things, if you haven't seen Inside Out 2 yet, as soon as it comes out, I highly recommend. They do a great job of expressing what anxiety does and why anxiety does what it does, right? And kind of, but it definitely feels like you're beginning that journey yourself, that you're going inward, and you're kind of picking at it a little bit to better understand, right? Which is very Gemini of you. All right, so that is your current energy. So let's look at what your incoming energy is going. So with this current energy, it definitely feels like, and if, I know some of you have already started on this journey, but if there are a handful of you that have contemplated starting this shadow work journey, or, are nervous about it, but you're still intrigued by it, I highly recommend it and do it, right? So we're going to look at incoming energy. So let's say we are doing this work. We're going in, we're nitpicking, we're mastering ourselves, but we're also mastering our crafts at the same time. We're going after our dreams, and we are becoming masters of our dreams, right? The dream people that we want to become, the dream people that, the dream jobs, all those things. So if we continue to pursue that, we do the shadow work, we do all of these things, right? What is that incoming energy going to be, right? Because life just doesn't happen to us, right? When it comes to especially people's misconception of what tarot is that, well, and some people do have the gift to tell the future, to do fortune telling and that kind of thing. That is definitely not me. I'm definitely more of an intuitive person. So what that means is that I am here just to guide you in unlocking the subconscious mind. That is what it is. You have this active conscious mind, and this active conscious mind probably overthinks quite a bit and gets distracted throughout the day. This is everybody, right? Because, we need to operate in the real world. So our conscious mind is there to do that. So my job is basically to trigger that subconscious with what I download, what my intuition tells me to say, and what my own intuition is triggered by the images that come out, right? And that is what tarot is. Tarot is this ability to tap into that intuition, listen to the higher self, the divine, the universe, God, and use that to propel us forward in the directions that we need to go, right? So that requires work, though. It always requires work. You can't just sit there and manifest and be like, oh, I manifested this, and then do nothing. Like, even when you're manifesting, you still have to do work, okay? So we do the work. We are tapping into that shadow work, reflecting inward, understanding what the conflict is within us, and being honest about that, and being kind about it with ourselves as well. Because you can be honest with yourself, and you can be like, oh, I really don't like that about myself, but you can still be kind to yourself. Okay, so I always approach it with kindness and understanding, and don't fall into the trap of shame, because shame isn't going to get you anywhere. Shame is just going to exacerbate what you're feeling shame about, and it's just going to continue a vicious cycle, right? So you can feel guilty, and guilt is there as a constructive direction of like, oh, this doesn't make me feel good, let me correct this behavior. And that's what guilt does, right? But guilt does subside. If it doesn't subside, you're dealing with shame. And be kind to yourself, okay? Don't allow that shame to take over, right? So you're continuing this, what your current energy is, you're working on things. So with that in mind, what's incoming is the 9 of Pentacles, the 4 of Pentacles, the Hangman. And this one actually isn't upside down. She's actually upside down. And then the Empress, which we got in reverse. So with all of these side by side sitting together, is that as you're working on this, you're going at this pace of slow and steady wins the race, right? The Knight of Pentacles, or the coins, right? He is a knight that shows up. He is consistent. He is reliable. He will always do what's best for his people. All the other knights are going out and they're exploring the world and taking in what is best for the kingdom in that moment. Whereas the Knight of Pentacles stays behind and takes care of the kingdom while the other knights go on their adventures. He makes sure everybody is growing their crops properly. He's making sure that people are being taken care of. He's doing the work that seems a little mundane. It doesn't feel it's not very pretty, but it's necessary. It is absolutely necessary. There's this episode of Bluey where the entire episode is about even the boring things are important, right? They go to the pool and the dad forgets all the pool stuff that isn't fun, like the sunscreen, the towels, the sandals, right? Those aren't fun things, but they're necessary, right? You need the sunscreen so you don't burn. At least I need the sunscreen so I don't burn. So that is what the Knight of Pentacles does. And you can even see like he's offering up this coin to this owl, right? So he's there to make sure everything is taken care of. And there's this Four of Pentacles, which Four of Pentacles is that you are starting to receive an abundance. And there's this part of you that's worried that it might get taken away. And you can kind of see how he's holding that. Like he's not necessarily holding it back, but he definitely is holding it close to his chest. Like he's worried that something will happen. Now, with these two together, this is 100% about you having faith in yourself. That whatever it is that you're pursuing, it is going to bring you abundance. It might not happen in like a big flashy way, right? It's not going to happen in this like sexy, like awesome, like I win the lottery kind of way, but it will happen. And you need to have faith that you can do that and not be worried about the fact that you're going to lose it all, or that it's not going to happen, or it's going to be withholding in some way, right? You need to go into this place. And it's interesting that we have two women here. So it's very much this strong feminine energy, okay? And when it comes to energies like that, all of us have masculine and feminine energies, right? So it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be a woman, right? Feminine energy is all about just nurturing, about caring, about being kind, by doing all these different things, right? And so with your incoming energy, you need to have this caring, nurturing understanding of seeing things from a different perspective. The Hangman is not about a punishment. It's not about death. It's about seeing things from a different perspective. So you're putting yourself in a position so you can see things from a different perspective. And the Empress energy is this very mother energy, very nurturing. And in this one specifically, this illustration, she's actually pregnant, right? And when people are pregnant, you need to take extra care of yourself. You need to make sure you're eating the right things. You need to make sure you're resting correctly. You need to make sure that, you're not overextending yourself. There's a lot of things that need to happen in order for there to be life, right? And this mother is very, very lovingly cradling her belly because she knows that this life inside of her is amazing. And it's this beautiful energy of taking care. And the Empress is very much this energy that's kind of like this person that watches over everyone around her, right? And you need to do that for yourself because we did get her in reverse. So she's reminding you to be kind to yourself, to, as you're building this, whatever this is to you. But it is a dream. It is a passion. It is a calling that has been calling out to you for a while, right? And you know, and it's not so much about you're like, I need to find a job. This is about you finding your purpose. This is all about you finding the things that make you want to live your life to the fullest, right? and to have this faith in yourself that you will be able to provide for yourself, that you will show up for yourself, and even the people around you. So the knights can also represent people in your life. So this could be you, this could be a friend, someone that has this very nurturing masculine energy, right? And then the knights, he's probably the most nurturing of the knights, right? While still remaining masculine. So if that, like, if anyone pops into your head, this card probably represents them, right? So you have this energy that is bringing about abundance, that you're taking care of. You're taken care of, but there's this part of you that is worried that it's not true or that you're even capable of it. You're like, how can I even begin to do this, you know? And the energy that's coming is you need to start rewiring that doubt. Right? What is it about this that you need to rewire? What relationship with money and abundance and safety do you need to look at differently? So that way you can be kinder to yourself and you can nurture yourself and allow people around you to nurture you, because the Empress can also be a symbol of people in your life. So if there's somebody that you're thinking of now, when you think of the Empress, then that's probably that person. Allow the people around you to nurture you, nurture your soul. You know, you're going to find those people along the way that are there to be kind to your soul, to teach you how to be kind to yourself. Because it feels like you haven't had many instances where you've had people teach you that lesson. They've taught you how to be cruel to yourself. They've taught you how to be judgmental towards yourself. They've taught you how to be doubtful of yourself. This is a card of, oh, I have this abundance, but there's that little string of doubt. Follow that thread. What is that doubt? What is, what's that conflict inside of you? What's that, imposter syndrome? What's that self-sabotage? What is it? Kind of pull on that thread a little bit and follow it and figure out what that is. So you can then look at the whole situation from a new perspective. So you can forgive, you can heal, you can be kind, you can allow your inner child to show through again, where you can, allow this to be a constant in your life, because I know some of you out there don't even believe that you deserve this. When you do, you deserve to have this place of safety, consistency, and people showing up for you, making sure you're okay, and you showing up for yourself as much as you show up for everybody else. I feel like this is you a lot of the times for everyone else, and at the end of the day, you always put yourself last. So with this incoming energy, it is going to teach you how to be this for yourself, how to have a new relationship with your money, with what abundance means to you, because not everyone wakes up tomorrow with $1 million in their bank account. Unfortunately, I wish it was more common, but it is not. So when we are seeking after an abundant life as far as wealth, during that time of developing a business, trying to bring that money in, working on that. First, you need to work on your relationship with money, but also you need to work at what's around you right now that is abundant. So that way you're not in this energy of fight, flight, or freeze, or survive, or any of those energies, because you're not going to be able to attract in what's yours if you are in this lack mindset, right? So you also need to redefine what abundance is to you. And I'm not talking about you need to go into toxic positivity, because Lord knows we don't need everybody to always just be like, oh, everything's great as the world is burning down around them. But you do need to find the abundance in your life as it is now. And as you do that, then you're going to be able to better understand what your relationship with abundance is, as well as wealth, because abundance and wealth aren't necessarily the same thing, okay? But this incoming energy is a beautiful energy, and it is a kind energy, and it's an understanding energy. So begin to try to understand yourself, because as you're ripping back those layers and as you're digging deep and you're healing wounds, things are going to come up. And there's going to be a lot of this like feeling of needing to not necessarily be completely honest with ourselves, because we might not like the way something sounds or feels or whatever. But it's okay for healing to be a little messy. And again, as long as you're not hurting yourself or hurting the people around you. But it's okay for it to not look pretty. It's okay to ugly cry in the shower. It's okay to, say all the things that you think, when you're spiraling downward, and you just need to say them out loud to get them out, But as you're going through this revival of your soul and who you are, just remember this Empress energy and be kind to yourself, right? Be kind to yourself. Nurture your soul. Be gentle with yourself, okay? And it's okay. This isn't all going to happen in one day. If it does for you, great. Awesome. I absolutely applaud you for that. But for many, it does not happen overnight. And we shouldn't make ourselves feel bad because our journey differs from someone else's. And this energy here, this incoming energy, is definitely this energy of your oracle card of release the need to figure out your life purpose. Every step you take will help your purpose find you, right? Because as you heal and as you look towards your dreams and you're very open to how those dreams come in, it will find you. It will. All right. So let's look at what your advice is. Lots of beautiful healing energy and amazing abundant energy, consistent showing up kind of abundance. We like that. We don't want just 1 year of, $150,000. We want all the years, right? We want every single year to be $200,000, right? We want every single year to have vacations and good food and parties, right? So we want that Knight of Pentacles on our side. All right, let's see if one more card wants to fall out. Nope. All right, let's see what we have here. So your advice, my beautiful Gemini, all in reverse. Goodness, you are doing some major soul work here, and I love it. You are laying such a strong foundation for yourself. This is beautiful. So we have our Six of Wands, our Ten of Cups, and our Ace of Swords. So Six of Wands upright is all about receiving that recognition. Come on, focus for me. There you go. You're receiving accolades, you're receiving recognition, and you're receiving it from people around you. People are seeing you. Society is seeing you. A community is seeing you, right? Then we have the Ten of Cups, and this Ten of Cups is all about having this abundance in the sense of family, emotional wealth, relationships, platonic and romantic. And you see this little wolf family and his little pups, and just celebrating under a full moon. It's such a beautiful, beautiful thing. And then you have the Ace of Swords, and you have another ace here. So Ace of Wands, all about dreams, creativity, passion. Ace of Swords is all about ideas, right? New ideas, new opportunities in careers as well, right? So this is the idea. This is kind of the dream and the passion that fuels that idea, right? So now all of these are in reverse. So just looking at this, the advice is let yourself be seen. Because this is in reverse, I see this as you are not only being seen by the people around you, but you're beginning to see yourself. You're beginning to see your soul, and you're allowing that part of you to be seen. You're not trying to hide it away. You're not ashamed of it anymore. This is authenticity. I feel this beautiful energy of authenticity that is going to allow you to attract in this authentic family. And this could be a romantic relationship. This could be your own family. You might have kids already, but just know that this will allow you to better connect and be vulnerable with the people that deserve your vulnerability, right? But be wary of the people that don't deserve it, right? You need to recognize who deserves this and who doesn't. And as you do that, you're going to attract in, again, this soul family, this family that was always meant for you, this beautiful family of authenticity, just like this, right? So to work on that self, work on that authentic self, work on that emotional connection with yourself as well, right? being that idea of being kind to yourself, by being honest with yourself, by being vulnerable with yourself. And as you're vulnerable with yourself and you're honest with what your goals are, what you truly want out of life, and you realize, you know what? No, I want abundance and I want wealth and I know I deserve it. I deserve true love. I deserve to have a family where we all genuinely love each other and we show up for each other, right? And getting to that point within yourself where you believe that, right? Where you believe it. You might not at first, but the advice is to keep moving forward with that. Cups are all about emotions. You need to be emotionally available for yourself first, so that way you can be emotionally available for the other people around you. And you've tapped into yourself so well that you know who is safe, who isn't, who to share, not to share with, and who you might need to distance yourself from, right? And allow that authentic self to show up and figure out what that authentic self is, so that way it can show up outside of yourself. And then we have the Ace of Swords, right? And this one is very much this energy of you have all these ideas kind of like floating around in your head, which is a very Gemini thing, very Gemini, very air sign of you. And that is absolutely fantastic and that's great. But just remember that not all thoughts are facts, right? Just because you have the thought doesn't mean it's real. Okay? And to recognize which ones are worth keeping around and which ones are better discarded. All right. So as far as advice, okay, just a quick recap. As far as advice is concerned, as you continue to push forward, look at yourself, allow that authentic self to show up. Allow that person, that little girl, that little boy, that whoever is deep within you that is dying to get out, as long as you're not hurting yourself and others, allow them to be seen. Know what that is for yourself. And the rest will follow, right? Work on that emotional relationship that you deserve. Stop denying it. Stop telling yourself you're not worthy of it. And be honest and vulnerable with yourself first. And not every thought is fact. Not every single thing that you think is true. So figure out what thoughts serve you, which ones hinder you, and get rid of the ones that hinder you. Because they don't need to be here. They don't need to be around. They can go by. We don't need any of it. All right? Now, to finish off your reading, I like to do some oracle cards. Just to see if there's any messages that still need to be said, or if there's something that might have potentially been missed. So this deck is actually a deck that has poems instead of an actual like meaning behind it that's like, you know, spelled out completely. I like this because it allows a little bit more abstract thought. Now, the funny thing about this deck is it has this coating on it. And it's very velvety and it keeps the cards from like kind of falling out. So I usually have to pull the card, but with you, I actually had a card fall out. Look at that. So abundance. What were we just talking about? We were just talking about abundance. So this is a poem. So for those of you that love the abstract and everything, this is right up your alley. If this is not up your alley, don't worry. I'm going to draw another oracle card that's a little more straightforward, all right? But with you being a Gemini, I think you're going to like this. So, abundance. Some days I find myself sitting at the window while the sunlight pours in. It warms me up from the outside in, and I feel like a plant unfurled. As I absorb it through my skin, when I relax into that golden feeling, I suddenly reminded of all the friends I love, and I can hardly believe my good luck. With an open heart, I see the limitless bounty. With an open heart, I see the limitless bounty of love streaming in. With open eyes, every day is a different heaven. Define what your abundance is. What is abundance to you? Money can be a part of it for sure, but what is abundance to you? All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull from the Animal Spirit Oracle deck here. So let's see what message Spirit has for Gemini. Let's see if we can get another card to fall out of this one, because this one's kind of similar. It doesn't have the same velvety coating, but it's definitely, the cards are bigger. And I have like short nubby fingers, so makes it kind of hard to shuffle these. Okay, looks like I'll have to draw for this one. That's okay. Lizard Spirit, dream the world into being. Dream the world into being. Number 38. I don't know if 38 means anything to anybody. Maybe you are 38. Maybe you're going to turn 38. Maybe 3 and 8 separately. 11. All right, 38. When was the last time you basked in the sun and allowed yourself to daydream, to imagine what might be and who you might become? Lizard Spirit appears when you are called to let your imagination flow and dream something new. Inspiration is available to you now if you are willing to slow down and let your eyes close a little, allowing ideas to dance in your head. What might come into being if you were to pursue your dream? How might you grow and expand if you allow yourself to dare to believe in the impossible? Making it possible first in your dreaming mind and then in the world as you co-create with Spirit. Give in to the power of imagination and soon your dream will become clearer. The steps will reveal themselves and what was affirmed will begin to coincide into form. Dream it and be it. Spirit asks you to dare to dream big. Beautiful. And what have we been talking about? This whole dream it, dream life, all of these things, right? That's exactly what this whole reading has been about. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Geminis, for being here for this reading. And if you made it this far, I absolutely appreciate you so very much. And thank you for listening to this reading. If you would like a personal reading, I do have a website, so that will be in the description if you would like to schedule a private reading. But if not, then hit that subscribe button and hit that like button as well, so you can just show up for these readings that I do here on YouTube. So until next time, Gemini, just remember that you are loved and you are worthy. Bye.